Hello, and welcome to the Laney Photography Department's video presentation on Chinatown. Chinatown is just north of the campus. Been there a long, long time. Generations and generations of people have been living here since the days that they served the shipping in the wooden boats. The key to Chinatown is to stop and look. We generally sort of just drive through it on the way to here or there. But it is a bustling community where people live out their lives. Community commerce, the vegetable stands really very, very colorful, busy in the mornings. Here you can see some nice big full light sort of side lighting these people, but it's a soft side light, so the textures that are there are not really rough. You have opportunities here to see different aspects of light. Here's the shadow light, which is less than the full sunlight, and as you can see, motion starts to blur things a little bit, so you have to be thoughtful about that. People holding still, it's all good. And then on the other side of the street in the full sun, you could stop a speeding bullet. Look at how hard that light is. Look at that signal tree shadow on there. This is a very cool sort of a grab shot. This is another big part of the Chinatown experience, just turning around and seeing things. Somebody's backyard, and they are drying fish in the on the first floor there. Wonderful, wonderful hard light. Great rhythms. And this total shadow light. Chinese Presbyterian Church. This is one of those things that's old, and you could walk right by it without even noticing it. 1878. Notice the blue color in the shade. And here's another community-oriented thing. I think it's a school. Fairly modern construction. You figure probably within the last 25 or 30 years. Nicely landscaped. But this is a really large commitment of land in a very dense urban area. More grab shots, more color. It is everywhere, but you have to be ready with your exposure values, with your color presets. You have to be thinking about that at all times while you're shooting. Another grab shot. This one's a little hot, but by looking up in Chinatown, you see all kinds of new and interesting things. With people, there are always things to photograph. This is a nicely balanced shot. This is in the shade, but you can see that the blue is largely gone. Here we are in full sun in the large community center. It's a full city block of buildings with a plaza in the middle. And this gentleman comes here to read the paper. It is a clean, well-lighted place. But as the sun goes down, things get a whole lot quieter. You notice the library in the back is closed. You'll notice also the top of the sea here is starting to show the colors of the artificial lights. And the rest of the light still shows maybe just a little bit blue because the sun's starting to go down. And people are starting to go home. You can still see ambient light, but now you're starting to see the effect of electric lights. And when the sun goes down, the electric lights are all you have. People have gone home. They're not crowding the sidewalks anymore. And little businesses stay open to try and make that last dollar. And so what happens is the nature of the things that you photograph changes because you don't have huge amounts of light like you do in the sun. You have to take advantage of whatever the artificial lighting gives you. You can see the stoplight, the number 6 crossing light, filling in on the corrugated steel door. All of a sudden, your light sources become the things that get your attention. This is sort of bottom lit, backlit from the inside of a restaurant. Here's another example of the artificial lighting and the way that it's used. And then there's still business. Here's the artificial lighting again. Somebody's about to get some soup there and maybe a plate of chicken. And the windows are illuminated for potential customers. These are also wonderful shots. And this one, it's a gas station, okay? I get it. But because of the lighting, because of the architecture in the small roofs there, it gives us a little bit of a story about Chinatown. Beautifully exposed, wonderful color, nice, level. And then here we are, a backlit scene of a security door. Somebody with some thought made the security door. It's a funny concession to our modern world, or our contemporary world, to have the joy of the community and yet still be secure. Chinatown. It's a great place to go. We thank you for your kind attention.